Well, I suppose it's about that time. What time are we talking about? I think it's time that maybe you get to know me a little bit more. In the last month, I have gotten so many people asking me, hey, what's your background? What have you done before you were here on YouTube or in this Facebook group? What do you do for your day job? All that type of stuff. And I was going to save this vlog style format, I guess you could say, for another month or two down the road. So I said, you know what? I might as well go ahead and get started. So what you're going to see from me every week is we will definitely post our bass fishing tips and techniques videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's been real popular. If there's things that you want to see and focus on, try to improve your skills, that's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when you can expect it. But there's a lot of people out there that kind of enjoy following a story and just seeing what people are up to, I guess you could say. So I am going to start the Bass Fishing Life vlog. My youngest son says I have no idea how to say that. I'm going to start the Bass Fishing Life vlog, VLOG, and I'm not really sure yet what day I'm going to start to post those. This first one is going to be on a Tuesday, but then on a regular basis, I don't know, maybe Saturdays, Monday, I don't know yet. If you have an opinion on that, drop a comment below when you would like to see it. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, straightforward bass fishing tips and tutorials, and then kind of an insight into thoughts, opinions, all those types of things, maybe some interactions on what is going on within our group, our community. I'll post those in the Bass Fishing Life vlog on another day. But hey, before we get deeper into this, why don't we go ahead and punch that subscribe button and hit that notification bell? Thank you so much. I can't even tell you how much that helps. So I super appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started, will we? The first question that I get, or the question I most often get, I should say, is who are you? To all of you out there, I'm just a face. Steve Rogers Outdoors. Matter of fact, a lot of you say, hey, Captain, what's up, Captain? What's going on, Captain? For Captain America. Yes, I am blessed to share that same moniker as the Avengers superhero. So I have a lot of you refer to me as Cap, and a lot of people that know me here at home do as well. But we probably need to talk about how I got to where I am today. So why don't we go ahead and take a walk over to the truck, the new truck, the Tahoe, I should say, that has a brand new wrap to it, and take a look at that. So why don't we get up here and head on that direction? Okay, we're taking a walk over here to the Tahoe to take a look at it and start my story. And I also want to apologize. I'm kind of new at this whole vlogging thing, so if it seems a little weird, messed up, I apologize. I promise I will get better. But you need to take a look here at the other member of the family. Say, hey, Millie. There she is. There's Millie. Hey, Millie, what's up? She likes to play Frisbee, if you can tell. But anyway, we're going to walk on over here to my vehicle, I guess you could say, and take a look. So here's what we've got. I've just got this wrap finished. Okay, Ray did an amazing job for it. It looks awesome. I'm so happy with this whole situation here. But if you notice, you probably see the Lew's and the Strike King there. Not a surprise that, I've worked with these companies for a long time. But if you take a look right there, you see the whole Steve Rogers Outdoors, and then you see video production, content creation, and social media management. So that might give you a little bit of a clue what I do. So let's go ahead and rewind, I should say, about 20 years. And I can get you into this adventure that led to where we are at today and to what you see right here behind me. All right, so let's go all the way back to the mid to late 90s. All right, so a high school buddy of mine, we went to college together, and a little college, North Central College in Naperville, Illinois, and we majored in broadcast communications, and it was awesome. and we both wanted to own a recording studio. But then something happened. We took some video production classes, and wow, that was amazing. Now, to give you an idea, especially for those young guys out there, when we were doing audio production and working with video and stuff, this was still back with tape, and if we had to go ahead and cut some audio up and edit it, you literally laid tape on a cutting block, took a razor blade, sliced it, took some tape, put it back together. I mean, we're talking way before this digital stuff. Well, Scott and I really thought this was awesome. So we started a video production company while still in college. That's right. Our junior year, we rented a house, an apartment, I guess you should say, the upstairs of a house. And we made one of the rooms up there our video production studio. We started off doing weddings and legal depositions, and it was great. I guess you could say we were entrepreneurs, we were videographers. Well, fast forward a little bit, and we were doing a ton of work for one foundation out of Chicago about artists and entrepreneurship and how they can make a living at their art. And we had so much work with them that we kind of accidentally let our other clients slip by the wayside. And then eventually the project was done. The foundation said, you know, I think we've got enough of these videos, we're good. And then boom, just like that, I'm totally out of work. I have no work whatsoever. Well, at that same time, this was when the whole little satellite dish thing was starting to take off. Dish Network, DirecTV, you know, that type of stuff. So yeah, this is the time period we're talking about. And I had just gotten a channel called the Outdoor Channel. Imagine that, right? And I was sitting in my lazy boy watching the Outdoor Channel. And I was sitting there watching TV because I had no work. We didn't have any video production work to do at the time. And I was flipping through the Outdoor Channel and some fishing shows came on. And I thought to myself, I've always liked fishing. I've got video equipment. I'm going to put together a fishing pilot. So my partner and I, Scott and I, we spent some time and we put together a pilot. We filmed it here on my home lake, cut the whole thing together, sent it off to the Outdoor Channel. About a week or 2 weeks later, I got the phone call that said, hey, guess what? We want your show. And congratulations, you're going to be a part of our new lineup. And this was about the year 2000. And just like that, almost literally overnight, we went from nothing to having a show on the Outdoor Channel. Boom. It happened literally that fast. Well, now everything just went crazy. So we had to start finding sponsors for the show. Make no mistakes, the Outdoor Channel did not pay us, okay? When you're on a network like that, and there's a lot of networks like that, they give you the right to purchase a block of airtime from them, and then it is your job to resell that airtime to sponsors. So now I had a contract with the Outdoor Channel, okay? And I had all of this airtime that I had to start to sell, which meant I had to get on the phone. I had to start sending out some emails. I had to look for sponsors. I had to all of a sudden pay for this new lifestyle, this new show, this program that we had going on. And at the same time, we had to start to get content. We were going to be on for 26 weeks, which is half of a year, obviously. And we were going to shoot 13 brand new episodes and then repeat those episodes for a total of 26 weeks. So that is the task that we had ahead of us. And I'll tell you what, it was an amazing time. Over the course of those 5 years that we were on the Outdoor Channel, I was so fortunate to take my family with all over the country. As a matter of fact, my oldest son, by the time he was 10 years old, had been to 37 states. That's right, we were all over the place. It was pretty amazing. I got to meet some great people, and I can go another time into the people that we actually fished with and hunted with. And I'm not one to toot my own horn. I hate to name drop and do that type of stuff, but I really got to hang out with some pretty big people in the industry. And I will say, if you happen to know a Mr. Ray Scott, founder of BASS and his infamous Presidential Lake, I had a chance to film an episode on Presidential Lake. So that was super cool. I'll never, ever forget that. But anyway, fast forward to about 2005. the show ran its course. The Outdoor Channel dropped our contract with them. New shows were coming on. We had an excellent run. We were nominated for fan favorite and we're really good. But just as fast as we got on television, a phone call came and we are no longer on television. Boom, just like that. So right away, I had to kind of reset again. What am I going to do? And through my contacts that I made during television, okay, and some of them right here. I mean, I've been working with Strike King Lure Company for 20 years now, and this next year will be 20 years. Through some of these contacts, I started to get into sales repping in the outdoors industry. What does that mean? I worked for an independent rep group, and I sold all kinds of products to retailers, whether it's fishing products, hunting products. You can think of some of the biggest names in the industry. I would walk into these stores and even I would help with stores like Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's and work their grand openings, those types of things. And so I did that for a couple years as well. But between those 5 years of television and the 2 years as a sales rep, I started to be gone about 200 nights a year. That's crazy. About 200 nights a year, and my boys could no longer travel with me. So I started to travel alone. And I can honestly say that can be pretty awful. So my wife and I made the decision that I was going to stop the sales rep job, go back to school, and become a teacher. You may be thinking, how in the world do you do that? Well, I asked myself that same question sometimes. How do I do that? But I did. I told my boss, I said, I'm getting out of the rep business and I need to go back. I need to be home for my family. I've always enjoyed, working with kids and teaching. I loved coaching and all those things. So I'm going to be a teacher. And I quit the job, boom, just like that, went back to school. Well, here's where this outdoor story keeps going. So while I was going back to school, okay, once again, my contacts now that I made as a sales rep, they said, hey, you probably need a little bit of work while you're back to school because I quit my job. I have zero money, okay, no income coming in. So I ended up working the retail side of the outdoor industry. They asked me at a farm type of a store, that had a really nice sporting goods department. They asked me to kind of take over that sporting goods department and help out with the fishing and the hunting side of it. And I did that for 18 months. So now you have to think in a span of about 8 years, I've been on television, worked the marketing, advertising side of the outdoor industry, both fishing and hunting. I was a sales rep in the industry. So I had that experience. And now I'm working the retail side of the industry as well. So I've been involved in product development, marketing, sales to dealers, sales to consumers. Without even thinking about it, I was building this huge background of outdoor experience. Okay, fast forward, I taught for 10 years, an entire decade. During that time, I've still stayed busy in the outdoor industry. Okay, I've published to date, I think it's pushing 800 articles. Okay, if it's not 800, it's right about 800. I've been writing these articles for 2020 is going to be 14 years straight, 52 weeks a year. So I've kept that side of it going. I've done some video production work during that time. But after 10 years in the classroom, my family's at another stage again. My oldest son is, an upperclassman at college. My younger one is going to go to college next fall. Pretty soon it's going to be my wife and I. And so I want to be able to travel again and get back into the outdoors industry. So once again, and here's, you may think, what is wrong with this guy up here? So I went to my principal, and after 10 years in education, I got a pretty good, position, tenured, great health insurance, all this type of stuff. One in college, one about to go in college. I quit my teaching job. Can you believe that? I quit it. Why did I quit it? Well, I felt it was time to get out. Education has changed a lot in that decade, and I really, really wanted to get back on the road and get back into the outdoors full time. And this is where we get into the old vehicle right here, okay? So if we take a look at this, let's take a closer look. at this, and you can see right there, top one says video production. I'm doing a lot of video production within the outdoors industry, and I still do jobs for other clients as well, so I do a lot of that. I create content for social media. As a matter of fact, here's a cool little product demo for a swim jig that we did for Strike King. So let's go ahead and roll that right now. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And we had a lot of fun filming that one. My son and I filmed that, my youngest son. And that fish on there, yes, I caught it on a swim jig. Nothing was staged. It was all, we went out, filmed it, caught it. The whole thing was amazing, okay? And then the last thing that you see on there is social media management. So that takes up the majority of my time. So to answer your question, this is what I do all the time. I'm so fortunate. I am so blessed to be able to get up in the morning, either head out onto the lake and go fishing, go work with some clients, filming fishing type stuff or on other social media content things that we're doing for them. I've got to meet some amazing people. I get to go and see brand new boats and do cool stuff like this. Guess where I'm at right now? I'm in St. Cloud, Minnesota, working for Strike King for an entire week. And we're working a dealer show, not a consumer show, but we're selling new products, 2020 products, to dealers to put on the shelves for this upcoming year. So that's where I'm at right now as you're watching this. That is pretty cool. So I have been so fortunate now to be able to make this outdoors, this fishing thing, a full-time income, okay? I have done 6 years of competitive bass tournaments. The highest I went was the BASS Open Circuit. I hope to get back into that someday as my business takes off and I make a little more money, because it was so much fun and I learned a lot and learned about how to be a better angler in all kinds of conditions. But I'll tell you what, it's expensive. So I had to take a break from that for a while as the boys are growing up. You know, they need food, clothes, backpacks, that type of stuff. So I had to kind of take a step back from that one. But I am back in the outdoors full time. And some of you may be wondering, how come you put all on your videos all the time? You know, encourage someone, stay positive, all this type of stuff. And if you've seen my documentary, Fishing is My Mission, the first one, episode 1, The Locksmith, I go through a lot of that and where that started to originate. But there's something else in this truck that I really want to go over with you. So let's take a look at that right now. Okay, hopefully you can see that right over my shoulder. On both sides of my tow vehicle, I have Isaiah 6:8. And I'm not here to be overly preachy to you. I just want to show you the background of who I am and where I'm coming from. Maybe you know this verse, but most likely you probably have not seen this one before. Basically what it comes down to is, here I am, Lord. Here I am, Lord. Use me. I give myself completely over to you and what you want me to do. And one of the things that I love to do through fishing is to try to be there for people. That includes each and every one of you out there. If you're ever having a hard day, a difficult time, go ahead and message me. Maybe you need a word of encouragement. Maybe you just need somebody to listen to what is going on. We all have some tough times that we go through. Some of us go through some really difficult times. So I just want to be there for you, okay? That's why I have that on my vehicle. And the funny thing is, I didn't have this wrap back from Ray less than 24 hours. And I already had 2 people come up to me and ask me about that particular verse right there. So that is why I have it there. That's why it's there, okay? So feel free to message me anytime if you have something that you feel that you want to talk about, to get off your chest. I am here to encourage you the best that I can. You can see Millie, they're still there in the background. She's such a good girl. She goes with me all over the place, all over the house, the yard, all day, every day. But I just wanted to let you know that you're going to be seeing more vlogs like this. And they're not all going to be about me, but they're going to be about things that I'm doing, trips that I'm taking, places we're going. But remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays are still going to be your bass fishing tips and techniques. And I hope that I get to know each and every one of you better. Hey, so make sure, go out and encourage someone today, because you never know what a difference you're going to make in their life. For the Bass Fishing Blog, I don't know, however you say it, I'm Steve Rogers, or Cap. We'll see you next time.